No, now, okay. Yeah, I can read now. Say hi. Yeah, now I can see the comment. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the internet connection is good. I was talking and talking and talking. And I say, what's going on? Why nobody writes something? I was talking like a parrot. People was asking about what? Rabies. Who was asking about rabies? From rabies disease. But the rabies disease is not a parasite disease, it's a viral disease. It's a virus, which is one American. Okay, I understand that. I understand that. Oh, rabies. Rabies is a lethal disease. It's a virus. So the rabies disease transmitted only when a infected animal with rabies bite human or bite other animals. So you need immediately to go in the emergency care, and they're gonna do the vaccine, clean the wound, this and that, because if you neglect, rabies is 100% lethal disease. Rabies is not a joke. Rabies is very, very dangerous. But it transmits, there is one way of transmit, by being bite from the animal which has rabies. And they can transmit because of the bite and saliva, transmit the virus into the wound. And rabies travel to the nervous system. Oh, it's a deadly disease. It's a deadly disease, which that's for this reason, rabies vaccine, it's mandatory. What you from, bro? Where I'm from Albania. So rabies is not a parasite, it's a virus disease. It's a viral disease and it's not a joke. If you get bitten, bite by dog, cat, or a wild animal, fox, raccoon, whatever wild animals that you have in your area, you need immediately to go in a ER immediately because you don't know this animal is vaccinated, even if it's a dog or a cat. You don't know that. Imagine the wild animal, especially, for example, they call it the madness disease because the animal has no fear when they come and attack the human in that moment. Could be a fox, and you're gonna everything is suspicious. You say you're gonna think why the fox has not afraid about going and attacking human. That's why it's called madness disease. The animal is mad in that moment. 3 months. 3 months you need to do the shot of rabies. 3 months old for dog and kitty. For puppy and kitty. 3 months. It lasts 1 year and you're gonna repeat rabies. Rabies is the most it's one of the most dangerous that you cannot play with that. It's important when you keep an animal, not even inside. Yes, it's mandatory as vaccine, but you have to, especially for outdoor animal, for outdoor pet. It's very important for the outdoor pet. It's very important to do the rabies shot. Depend of the government control this and that in some area or in some countries they are neglect, but I suggest to do the rabies shot. It's me personally, I suggest to everybody they have animal at home to do the rabies vaccine. It's very important to do the rabies. You don't know your animal can be in contact with a wild animal. You don't know that. You don't know that, and it's better to prevent. You protect the animal and you protect yourself, your family by doing the rabies shot. It's very important, rabies. For example, in some country like United States, uh, the veterinarian should get the rabies vaccine. It's like a law, a mandatory for them too, because they are in contact with animals. Dogs should be vaccinated to avoid rabies and maintain regular vaccination schedule in the southern United States every year. Depend on where you live. Yeah, I agree. Red Raven, it's mandatory. I totally agree with what you said. And we start them at the 6 month mark. When I was in Massachusetts, we started in the 3 months old for both puppy and for a kitten. We started like that, not early than 3 months. It's it's very important, rabies. You can avoid every other vaccine to your pet, but you cannot avoid rabies. Well, yeah, you can say it's lucky because in your area you don't have rabies, but who knows that your animal, for the hunting dog, for the livestock guardian dog, for the yard dog, or for outdoor cat, it's very important to do the rabies. It is very important. It's very important, rabies. I advise to everybody. Even when you go for a walk with the dog, depend of the area. Imagine a fox, raccoon, coyote, or wolf, or whatever animal, and your animal get bite by this animal, get attacked by this animal. This is the high risk of rabies. That's why it's better to prevent than to treat, because rabies has no treatment. By the way, the only manner or option is when you get bite, you get bitten by an animal, pet or wild animal, doesn't matter. You go to the ER and they're gonna do the vaccine shot for this, because the vaccine has the skills to produce antibody fast, so they can neutralize the virus of rabies before it causes irreversible damage and death. In the South United States, we have the largest population of Mexican free-tailed bat. Well, yeah, bat it's contain rabies, so they spread rabies a lot. Yeah, they are the carrier of that, as well as raccoon, certain type of squirrel, coyotes, and wild animals. Hello from Australia, where it is still winter and still cold. The anarchist. Wow, here in Albania it's very very hot. Very very hot. But this is good talking for rabies. This is very important. This is because it's the most. I'm gonna consider the most dangerous disease. But the only way to get infected is by get bite by a wild animal or your pet, which can, or other pets or stray pets, which are not vaccinated. It's a high risk. Australian cattle dog are an awesome breed, my favorite. One of the things that make them so interesting is the dingo DNA. Yeah, they are very good shepherd dog. Work as a shepherd, but not as livestock guardian dog, especially in the Asia and Europe. You cannot use them against wolf, against bear, but they can be very helpful in intensive farm. They can be helpful. Very work ethic dog, very smart dog. I like them. I really like them. I really like them. Cattle dog are very similar to German Shepherd, except in a medium size. Well, the German Shepherd, it's not anymore Shepherd, to be honest. They used to be, but almost all the line are the police dog, are the dog that has lost the instinct to be shepherd. It can also transmit through the body fluid. I haven't seen a horse infected with rabies. It belonged one of the neighbors. It was awful. Well, there are cases, for example, for sure from bloody fluid. When we say saliva, saliva is a fluid from the body, but this is the main way of transmit. Get bitten because you cannot. If you do a organ transplant or this and that, for sure you're gonna get. I know a case, and that was very strange and very unusually case. A person did it a retinal transplant, and after this, oh wait a second, what's going on? And after this transplant, I don't know, after 15 days or something like that, this person that was the recipient died. Was completely shocked for everybody because the transplant went well, everything went well, and the person showed the sign of rabies. When they did it the test, they confirmed that was rabies. Was unfortunately the person passed away, and they figured it out. They figured it out that the donor of retina was beaten by the animal which has rabies. So even you have to understand that in biology you cannot predict everything. You cannot cut with knife everything. It so was very unusual case. So the rabies was in the sleeping mode in retina. So that's what's happening. Because the antibody did not target in that part, but it was in the sleeping mode, so it was not moving from that part. But after the transplant, everything's went wrong. Everything went wrong. So this is one of the unusual case in biology and in the human medicine. And that's true that can transmit from the fluid or from transplant of organ. You have to be very careful with that. But the donor was okay, was vaccinated, nothing went wrong with it. But we did that in that moment that they did the retinal transplant, the recipient show up the rabies sign, and they couldn't save it because they didn't catch in time. It was too late. But it happened and was in the sleeping mode. Unfortunately, we don't have rabies in Australia. That's good. This is good. But I think you have bats. So I don't know, do you have or you don't have rabies? Because bats are carriers of rabies. And that's why. So I think even in Australia, rabies is almost in every country mandatory vaccine. I hope I'm not wrong, but I think in almost every country, or even when you travel with a pet, rabies is mandatory as a vaccine. You cannot travel without rabies shot, and some countries in the legislation need a proof of the antibody in serum for rabies. They don't have rabies, but they are obsessive with importing of animals and anything could be carried. They also do a lot of prevention measures, same as Japan. That's what I'm talking about. Rabies is mandatory. You can say that well, we don't have rabies, this and that, but nothing is 100% sure. The disease can cross the border, can cross the ocean. Can be in the form of endemic, pandemic, who knows what happened. And Southeast Asia is a carrier of rabies. China, India, and all of those places are carriers of rabies. That's what I'm talking about. So, who else has a question? Because I don't want just to talk. I want in the form of a conversation. So India has the worst outbreak that ever happened in human population back in 2014. You can see a video of people with rabies. Type in the YouTube. Yeah, well, I've saw that. I've saw. Yeah, I've saw that. So it's not a pretty image, especially the people that they cannot drink water. They call hydrophobia. So they have this nickname about the rabies, hydrophobia, the fear to drink water. Not because they have fear, they can has the paralyze in the muscle of the throat. That's why. Yeah, I know. I know, my friend. I know what. It's rabies. I told you it's very dangerous. My family own a ranch and we are thinking about replacing the livestock guardian dog. We are always used with a new breed. What would you suggest? Where is your ranch located, my friend? If you don't mind. I need to know the ranch location, if you don't mind. Because you told me that you are in United States. Texas. Texas is a little bit hot. It's hot weather, right? In Texas? Or you are living in the high altitude? In the hill country close to the desert area of Texas. Oh. And what is the temperature and humidity there? Because definitely you needed a normal or short hair livestock guardian dog. You cannot go for Great Pyrenees, which is very popular in United States. What is my first in the mind? I will say very say Kangal or Agbash. Both they are good. They can deal in the hot weather. Not their favorite, to be honest. Especially when there is high humidity. The dog will be tired, to be honest. For in the place that has a lot of humidity in the air, it's devastated for a livestock guardian dog. 102, 104 Fahrenheit in the summer. So can you make it a little bit in Celsius degree? I don't know why I forget it that. Because especially during the day, the activity of the dog it will be very low, no doubt about. Every dog that you can put in that kind of environment, the performance will be low, especially in summer. The desert doesn't have high humidity unlike the rest of the state. Okay, that's the half of the worst. 30 in the summer, 38 Celsius degree. Okay, even here in Albania it's very hot. It's like 38, 40, especially during the day. Yeah, they can deal well. They can deal. Don't expect in the summer high performance of livestock guardian dog, especially during the day. But at night they are more active. They are more active. Winter is different. Winter they are more active. They are more vigilant. They they perform more. They show more the work ethic. But at least Texas is better than a tropical place because tropical places are the worst for livestock guardian dog because of the humidity. Thank you for the heart, the likes. June, July, and August, and only during the day, the temperature drop quickly at night. I can get as low as 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what I'm talking about. So the day it will be it will be a little bit challenge. Night it's they gonna perform, no doubt. And the risky most of the time come at night from the predators. I would ask you one more question. What kind of predator are in your area? Thank you, Bila. I appreciate your support. What is or what are the predators in Texas area or around your ranch that you are dealing, or they threat the livestock? Are coyotes and maybe cougar? If I'm not wrong, I don't want to make a mistake about. Do you have cougar there? You can drop the comment if you don't mind. You can drop your answer in the comment. Or does the comment stuck again? I don't know what's going on with this. I don't have so much battery, to be honest. So maybe I'm gonna wolf, coyotes, some bears, bobcat, and the mountain lion. Now, which dog you recommended? I was on a call, but I say the popular Kangal Agbash, if he can get any other aboriginal coyote are the worst. If you can be, if you have the access to get aboriginal Central Asian Shepherd Dog or aboriginal Caucasian Shepherd Dog, it will be good for that too. They can perform good. Kangal, it's okay. It will perform. Agbash too, it will perform. What I will suggest for the livestock guardian dog, this is my suggestion. It's up to you guys. It's for livestock guardian dog. It's better to have cropped ears. It's very important. There are two reasons. One, they can hear even the smallest sounds, and second, they can heal well from injury, from infection. This is experience as a vet, and this is experience as a livestock guard, as a livestock expert. People can say, oh, they did an experiment and they can hear normal even with not cropping ear. No, they can hear, but the smallest sound, they are performance dog. They need to catch every smallest sound in the far distance. You have to remember that the wolf has erect ears. Why? Because you need to be more vigilant to catch every small sound, wave. Ears for dog are like a radar, so you have to understand this. There are a lot of contradict of the expert that they can say like that, this and this. No, no, no. If you see the wild animal, especially the predators, ears are like a radar. And even for the herbivores, only for example, large mammals like elephant, which are not so target of predator, has those. Most of the majority of animal has erect ear. We definitely have some wolf as they come down from the Yellowstone. We definitely have coyotes, bear, bobcat, and cougars. Yeah, I understand what you mean. But you need a pack of livestock guardian dog. You don't need one or two dog. You need a full pack of livestock guardian dog. A couple, especially against wolves. And the wolves from the Yellowstone are pretty large. I not joke. Are pretty large exemplars. And I'm gonna consider wolf. We are looking to get 12. That's that's a good idea. I support that. Because Anatolian Shepherd are not bad too. Some Anatolian Shepherd are not bad too. But it's very important. When I'm talking Anatolian Shepherd, I'm talking about from Turkish. So that Yellowstone wolf scare me a lot. I don't have a problems to deal for the livestock guardian dog to deal with a bear. The most dangerous for the livestock guardian dog, it's a wolf pack. It's a wolf pack. They are far more dangerous than bear. Yeah, and I mean Turkey, the same climate in south part. So I think Kangal will do the job. The dog can Kangal. It's like a 50-55 kilograms for the male. They can go 60. Uh, but you need a pack. Honestly, if you have wolves, then they come from the Yellowstone. How about Saga Dharmada, Emiliano? They are too small for the Yellowstone wolf. For the bear, they are okay. For the Yellowstone wolf, are too small. They are too small. Yellowstone wolf, it's it's a scary. You we struggle with the Eurasian wolf, which they are like 7 to 10 kilograms less. At least, well, I'm gonna say 10 kilograms less than Yellowstone wolf, or maybe 15 sometimes. Depend. It's Sagedarmada. It's like a 40 kilogram, 50 kilogram dog. So I They are good working ethic dog, no doubt about that. I will prefer larger livestock guardian dog than Cyber Dharma. A smart fighter, 100 centimeter, agile, resistant dog. I Masakarasi, 100 centimeter. I don't know. Are those the black dog that looks like Kangal? Like a blackish one? Sorry for that. Powerful blade. Yes, with white marking. Yeah, yeah, I understand about that. But the guy needs a solid pack, which the dog need to cooperate each other, because you don't need a war in the dog pack, to be honest. So they are livestock guardian dog. I've saw them. I'm not sure what the, a lot of different name you're gonna find in Turkey about the color, line, and this and that. It's like a line. It's not even a breed or something like that. I've saw those dogs. I don't know so much about that. As not are not so popular, to be honest. They are like a variety, like a type, subtype, something like that. I really I'm confused because a lot of outcross and this and that, and I don't have so much information about them. I've saw some exemplar which has the very similar anatomical structure like Kangal. I don't know for 100 centimeter. I'm not sure about that. But it was pretty much the size of the Kangal. Oh, we ran over 1,000 head of long-horned cattle. We have bulls, intermediate in the herd. We are looking to get minimum. Brother, 1,000 head of longhorn. It's like a 1 kilometer or more. 1,000. So you need like a 20 or 15 dogs because that caravan of flock is so large, so huge, spread, and it can be target almost everywhere. It's 1,000. So imagine the head of the caravan to the tail. It's like 1 kilometer or more. It's you need, I think, more rather than 12, 12 is the minimum, like you said. I understand that. It's too much. It's too much, honestly. It's very huge herd. We are not talking about sheep. We are talking about cattle. It's it's large. It's really large herd. And imagine them spread on the hills. Oh my god. You need at least 20. At least 20. Yeah, I understand that. I understand. I know what is the long horn. You are talking, I say minimum 20 dogs. They are not sheep. They are. Oh, damn it. It's impressive. For example, here in Albania, they don't keep so much. Yeah, maybe the 300 maximum that I have saw was like 400, maybe 500. But 1000 is, oh my god, it's large. It's really large herd. Because usually for sheep, for 50, for, for 50 head, we need at least 1 or 2 dogs, if you do the math, to guard. Because, and you're gonna have a problems manage 20 livestock guardian dog all together. It's, oh my god, it's a headache. It's a really headache. It's like having a herd of dog too, not just having a dog pack. You know what I mean. My dad is looking over my shoulder and he agreed with you. We probably will look at 25, 30. That's what I'm talking about. Because I'm just imagine the size of the herd. And I imagine the way how the dogs spread in the position when they escort the herd in a plateau or in hills, whatever you can call. And still there are a lot of space, large space, then the wolf can attack. Uh, they're gonna target mostly the calf because they select all the time the prey. They select the weak one, the calf. old one or sick one, so they know where to select. But still the dog has time to react, but still you need a number. You need number of dog, because 12, I guarantee it's not enough. Like you say, 25, 30, yes. The problem is how you gonna manage this large pack of dog. It's a question. It's a large pack. I've saw 15, 20 dogs maximum. Maximum. Yeah, they're gonna fight each other, no doubt about that. For a hierarchy, when the female will be in heat, this and that, that's a headache when they start and imagine how to separate them, because they're gonna regroup. They're gonna be regroup, because it's too much. 25 to 30 is really too much. I like, because you put my brain in work. So my brain was a little bit shut down. So I like you, and I thank you for the question and everything. I needed this life. Uh, but for sure that you have employee, and for those in chat that are not familiar with longer cattle breed, they are large scale of cow and they are assholes. Yeah, I know that. I know. I know, my friend. We have people that work for us, ranch hands. They help us manage the herd and the dog. For sure, you need a team. It's impossible to take care just the family for this. Well, you need like a 3 or 4 people just to observe all the time the dogs. All the time the dogs. They're gonna be, trust me, they're gonna start fighting each other for sure, especially. But I suggest one time, if you take in the first time 10 or 12 dog, and after you can take puppy from them, not to take 30 dogs adult. I don't suggest that, because we need a little bit of the blood related in the moment, in the first moment. We needed the blood related. Some of the male you can castrate it. You understand what I mean? You can neuter some of the male. It's important. Some of the male you need to castrate it. They're gonna start something. Depend how you're gonna choose female and males numbers. I suggest it's more to have females probability than to have equal numbers male and female, because female are less aggressive. Not because they are, but they are less aggressive than male. They are less aggressive, to be honest. I'm gonna suggest to start with 10, 12 dog. 10, 12 dog. And if you have any idea, the wolves that come from Yellowstone, what's the number of the pack in the pack? Because I know that they are in the not small numbers in one pack. I may be wrong. I don't have so much battery, so it's 5%. If it's not going to be used for breeding, we tend to spay and neuter all our animals, keeping only the best for breeding. Yes, you need only the best for breeding, not all of them. Not all of them, because by this you can minimize the rivalry in the pack. The competition in the pack you can minimize by that. So you're gonna keep intake intact only the best exemplar that you need for breeding. I don't know. I hope I give you an idea. It's a little bit unusually the this your situation. I'm not so familiar with such a large, to be honest. They don't need so much sign, but overall I give you the main idea how you can manage, how you can work out with them. Current number that we have seen is 8. It's a small pack, but they can grow in the number. More pack may come. Yeah, I told you, you can start with 10, 12, and you're gonna keep offsprings. No problem with that. Okay. Okay, I have to thank you for participating in the live stream, for the question, for the topic, for the interesting topic. I like that. My pleasure. And see you in the next live stream, maybe in the weekend, without giving a real promise. It depend of the schedule which I'm gonna have. Depend. That's why. Okay, I wish for everybody have a good day or good night, depend of your time zone.